Welcome to Real Estate Grad School. We coach experienced real estate agents to create and build the habits and systems that rapidly increase your income, build your team, and allow you a much greater peace of mind. I'm Rich Levin. I've been coaching experienced real estate agents for over 20 years to exceptional success. Come and learn. So this is a billboard, and billboards are one of the brief topics we're going to talk about today. It's not that I'm a big fan of billboards, but Kathy was a favorite client of mine. I talk about her in the past tense because she passed away a few years ago. I worked with her to grow her business over about a 4-year period from literally an agent 1 year in the business to be the top agent in a company of over 700 people. They dedicated the training room in her company after she passed away. But so not going to focus on billboards, but it's one thing we'll mention at the end today. So we're going to cover these last 3 categories of lead generation. And again, among the topics we cover here, choose what you may do, and then ultimately choose what you will do. We're going to start with online marketing. Online marketing, of course, is a big deal. The world is online. Everything we do is online. These are some of the online activities I see agents doing successfully. Social media activity, of course. Now, by social media activity, I'm including a lot of platforms. I'm including Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and WhatsApp. I'm including TikTok. Your activity on that could be on any or all of those media and a lot more different media that I didn't mention. The key to the social media activity is consistency and authenticity. I'm not going to go into it, but if that's one of my clients, and we'll go into it this far, one of my clients, it's all she had. She just really wasn't willing to do anything else. And based purely on her social media activity and property need letters, she was able to double her business. So there is business there, but typically only if you're already comfortable there. If you're not comfortable and active on social media, you're not losing a lot. You're probably not losing a lot. You can do a lot of other things. There's so many other ways to generate business. So don't get lost on that. Podcast. I don't know an agent directly doing podcasts for residential real estate, but podcasts have become tremendously powerful, tremendously important. They're probably going to have the biggest impact on this year's presidential election. So podcasts take a skill. All of these things take skill. So that may be something you might be comfortable doing. YouTube channel. There is one of you who has had a very successful YouTube channel. She's on the New Jersey coast, I think, and she has a YouTube channel. She posts regularly. I get her posts. I see her YouTube videos coming up. Creating a YouTube channel can be a very successful endeavor. Google ads, social media ads. This is paid advertising, where you use keywords, you pay to put your name in ads that show up in front of people that you target, which leads us to retargeting, which means when people visit your website or visit your landing pages, whether they register for anything or not, you are able to retarget them for other specific ads that you'll put in front of them. And the last thing is search engine optimization. That should be SEO, not just SEO, which means that you buy certain keywords, you pay for placement in the search engines based on certain keywords. And again, I'm not an expert on these, but if you're interested in these, we can always talk about them on live calls or send me an email. But as always, follow-up calls are the key. We talked about that in detail yesterday. Then there's corporate, builder, and other specialties. This I am more familiar with. I worked for a broker named Judy Columbus who was fabulous. She was enormous on corporate relocation. We were a small company. There were only 9 people working in the company, 9 agents and Judy. And she was the second, after the lion in town, after the big independent broker with 700 agents, she had the second most relocation activity and business in town. So I do know quite a bit about that. The other thing she did, which was brilliant, was small corporation benefits. So all the small and medium corporations in town, she put together benefit packages for their employees. And that was a very successful endeavor on her part. She called it On the House. And it was a package of sort of freebies and gifts and coupons for the employees who they'd received throughout the year in their paychecks. And one of them, of course, was every time, of course, there was information about Judy and discounts on the real estate transactions. Interesting, powerful. There's builder and resale listings. If you representing let's talk about resale listings, builder resale listings. You can approach builders. There's a way to do this. One of my clients is very good at this, and he understands the builder world a lot. And he approaches builders and talks to them, meets with them, takes them to lunch, talks to them about who handles their contingent sales, and basically does an abbreviated listing presentation for the builder to show them how he or she is more capable. He is more capable of getting the listing sold, which then keeps the builder's deals together. And then representing a builder and literally representing a builder's new construction. That does take another level of expertise. Investment properties, and I'm talking about residential investment properties. Investment properties, 2 families, 3 families, 4 families, 10 families. Residential real estate, it's not overly complicated to learn. It's not like commercial real estate. And in this market with high interest rates, investment properties become much more appealing and much more valuable. Commercial real estate, this has a lot of facets to it: warehouses and office space and vacant land and other manufacturing, industrial space. So there's many facets of commercial real estate. It does take specific training, although I've seen some people get into it and become very successful very quickly, but it takes typically some relationships and some real effort in learning. REO is real estate owned. It means bank owned properties, foreclosure properties, and short sale properties. And I have clients who, during the time when short sales were really prolific in 2009, 10, and 11, made tons of money on those. And then, of course, with all of these, there's follow-up calls. And then finally, these things I call one-offs. And what's a one-off? One-off means something you do one time and you expect business from it, like property need letters. We are very successful with property need letters. Letters you send when you have a buyer looking for a home in an area and there's no homes available. You've shown them everything, there's nothing available. Sending a very personal, very well-written letter to the adjacent homeowners, to the homeowners in the houses or in the area. Again, you're not building your reputation, although if you do that in a farm area, it very strongly helps build your reputation. Open houses. I loved open houses, I still do. Open houses are a tremendous way to build your business and pick up buyers and sellers. And there's documents on all these things almost all these things in the library. Random mail, just listeds, just solds. Random mail, one of my clients just had a buyer buy a house, not his listing, but it's a neighborhood where he does a lot of business. So we just finished putting together a real nice property need letter and another random piece of mail as just sold right around the listing, even though it's not his listing. So actually, we're not doing the mailing. That's just a property need letter because he talked about he brought the buyer to the house. Ads in publications. Typically, these are not that popular, but I do coach some agents in areas where a lot of properties are sold from advertising still. It's an area where there are many religious Jewish people many of whom don't use the internet, and therefore they depend more on old school methods for learning about things, one of which is advertising. Sponsorships, sponsoring events, sponsoring school events, being the sponsor of 4 things. So using it to develop a relationship, have a presence, sponsoring library activities, sponsoring auctions, sponsoring nonprofit activities. Billboards, shopping carts, there's the billboards and shopping carts. I'm not a big fan of these. The one I showed you at the beginning was from an agent who was the absolute #1 in her marketplace. It was a resort village called Canandaigua, New York, and she had those billboards on both sides of the main street coming in. So when you came into the main street, now she did not put those to build her business. after she had her business built, they really reinforced, call Kathy and start packing. It was fabulous, and she just continued to build her business with it. Shopping carts, I do not have a lot of confidence in. I've never seen anybody really do anything much with those. Valpak coupons, where Valpak sends a package of coupons. I've had one agent tell me that he sends like 10,000 people for a very low cost. I don't know what the cost is, maybe $400 or $500. And I have had people tell me, one client tell me that he has done well with those. It was years back though, so I'm not sure how those are going to work out today. And as always, with all of these, your follow-up calls are really the key to your success. So with that, we're going to wrap up this topic of the categories of lead generation. And we'll never stop talking about this because your business is based on lead generation. But as we move into next week, we will begin a new topic or topics. If there's anything you would like me to cover, any topic at all in real estate, I have had the good fortune of doing this for so long with so many agents. I have a pretty broad spectrum of topics that I have a great deal of expertise in. So if you have any topics you'd like me to cover, just toss me an email and say, yeah, Rich, would you cover this or that? And I will nearly always make your priority my priority. Just click on the link below. I'd look forward to speaking with you.